Right, good evening, watchers. Welcome to review tonight. And tonight I'm going to do a review of Diego Maradona. Now, Diego Maradona was a footballer. He just actually passed one of the, you know what? If you have one of the best footballers of all time, he'll be up there. He's up there with Pele and all that, and players like George Best and players like. And he was a colourful character. He's a very interesting character, Maradona. Of course, and this documentary kind of proves that. You know, he had his controversial moments. He loved and hated at the same time by certain people, but in my opinion, he's one of the best footballers of all time. He was an amazing footballer, he really was. He wasn't the tallest footballer, but he was very quick and very good on the ball, by the way. So anyway, this is director of Senna and Eam. I've never seen this too. Okay, right. Let's read the back of it. The third film from Academy Award winning and BAFTA winning team behind Senna and Amy. Diego Maradona is constructed from over 500 hours of never before seen footage from the Maradona's personal archive with the full support of the man himself. On the pitch, Diego Maradona was genius. Off the pitch, he was treated like a god. The charismatic Argentinian loved to fight against the odds and led Napoli to their first ever title. Is the stuff of dreams, but there was a price. Diego could do as he pleased while performing miracles on the pitch, but as time passed, darker days closed in. Now, this documentary is about the man himself, of course. The late Maradona, who passed away just before Christmas. I remember him dying. I remember what he was only asked for one, and then something happened. They asked him kind of like, was it a brain thing? Then he died or something. I don't know what it was. Can't remember now. So anyway, just time before Christmas, and now this documentary goes to his past and then goes to like forward in time when he's older, and he's put on a bit of weight, of course. I remember years ago when he had put on a lot of weight, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And that guy was a real fit guy, you know, when you watch him in the 80s and stuff, when he's doing all that running and stuff, and England versus Argentina in the 1986 World Cup, and scoring that solo goal in the hand of God, of course. Very controversial moment, but you know, I had a whole grudges because, oh man, the guy was an absolute genius on the pitch. Off the pitch he had his dark times, and he was playing, and his team, of course, he joined Naples in 1984, was it? And it shows you like clips of him when he's like, first of all, actually beginning to struggle. The team were like struggling, and then when he joined, it was still kind of like having a few blips on the pitch, but then later on they started winning a lot of, winning, helping the team win, of course. Then things start to go a bit downhill when he started taking cocaine and drugs, and it actually shows you this. I like the fact they don't sugarcoat him. That they show his like real quite dark, his dark personality, I suppose. So yeah, they don't sugarcoat him, but at the same time they do kind of like celebrate his what he can do on the pitch. And man, some of the goals that he scored, unbelievable. He was a great player. He was a naturally gifted player that was actually kind of like, he went from the slums to a megastar in a matter of years. And the guy was a complete genius. Love him or hate him, you have to admit, his skill was something. If you had a football club that you support, you want him to be playing for your club, which you do. If he was playing for like my club, Nottingham Forest, if he played for that team, my God, he'd be the best player on that freaking team. So anyway, you see him playing with his club, winning trophies and stuff like left, right and centre, and after he starts taking cocaine and drugs, and that's when he went downhill, things just went downhill. The only thing I had a problem, they didn't show much of the World Cup '94. They showed a slight bit of it, but that was it, and I was kind of like, okay. And that's when it went downhill when he scored that goal, and then they tested him on drugs again. He turned, you know, he's positive again on drugs. Controversial. Like it was a very controversial figure, but when you watch this, you know, it's an interesting insight of the man himself. So yeah. So anyway, it shows like football footage of his games, goals, and the World Cup '90 and stuff like that. And the interesting one was actually when they played Argentina in the semi-finals. Not Argentina and Italy played in the semi-finals, and then Argentina beat Italy on the penalties, and the fans didn't like it. The Italian fans, who because he was part of it, you know, of Naples. Yeah, he played Naples. I just put Naples. Napoli. Yeah, because when he beat it, the fans didn't like it at all, and it kind of like went downhill after that, and he had drugs, and you know, it was like, it went chaotic, you know, in those days, in the 90s, and the guy was a genius, but that's what I mean. Any great player can just go downhill after that. All that success going to the head sometimes, and that's what happened to Maradona. It completely no different, of course. You can become famous and just completely go downhill after a matter of years. And that's what happened to Maradona. He was like completely, you know, on cloud 9. It just goes from cloud 9 to cloud 0 in a matter of years, you know. So yeah, I don't even know what that means, cloud 9. I'm like, they'll come with that cloud 9. I mean, what's clouds got to do with freaking, and numbers got to do with freaking being successful? So I don't know. Who knows? So yeah, I went from cloud 9 to cloud 0 in a matter of years, and so yeah, it's a good documentary. If you like it, it's pretty interesting. If you like Maradona, if you like football, watch this. Definitely worth watching. I'm going to watch more documentaries of football documentaries. And I want the George Best one next, which is probably fascinating. That guy was a genius, George Best was. Heck. So yeah, there's nothing I disliked about this. I suppose they didn't show much of the World Cup '94. Not much of it. A little bit right at the end, that was about it. Not much. But apart from that, I did enjoy it. I thought it was really well done, and it's you know, seeing the old clips of the past and from the 80s, the 90s, and see black and white clips when he was younger. Very interesting. Seeing his skill, stuff that he did with the ball is incredible. He did one part where he crossed the ball with like, he kind of, I don't know how he did that. And I was like, how the hell did he? You don't see footballers doing that. He kind of, I can't explain how he did it. He kind of had his foot. He just did that. He curled his foot in and he crossed the ball. I thought, how is that even possible? How can you cross the ball like that? It's crazy. The guy was, you know, the guy certain things that he did with the ball. Even I was like, is he human? Is he freaking human? It's like a magic trick what he did. Magic. How the hell did he do it? So yeah. Yeah. So the clips are fantastic, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. So yeah. So the rating I'm going to give this documentary film is a 4 out of 5 for Diego, man. 4 out of 5 because it's such a good documentary. It's definitely worth a watch. I've got like the Paul Gascoigne one, which is good, and the Bobby Robson one. 2 great documentaries. So yeah, and this is going in that collection. So yeah, it's going in that review box. And anyway, so 4 out of 5 for Diego Maradona. Great documentary, awesome. Anyway, people, I'm going to go off now. Remember to subscribe. Have a nice day, have a nice week. Take care, look after yourself, and have a nice day. See you later. Bye.